The red planet Mars is an exciting neighbor to us because of its planetary geology, habitability, and the possibility of life. When I think about the possible life forms, I remember the most is a dozen letters that I used to write in school to that imaginary pen pal from Mars. I admit that I was a little bit selfish because rather than getting grades for those letters in the language class, I rarely thought about who would be in the receiving end. But later, I realized that there are rovers, landers, and orbiters who do that job selflessly, investigating life while fighting the extreme weather conditions of Mars. The exploration of Mars is more than a half century old, and NASA's Mariner 4 was the first spacecraft that made close contact with the planet and took the photos of it from the space. But today, I'm not planning to dig deeper into history, and I'll be talking about the recent developments in Mars exploration. My name is Karthik, a volunteer at RIC Toronto, and once again, welcome to the Mars Madness. In 2018, NASA launched Mission Insight, comprised of a lander and two identical nano spacecraft called Mars Q1. The InSight lander's main objective is to understand evolutionary process of rocky planet. This information will eventually help us determine how terrestrial planets like Earth and other inner solar system planets with rocks and metals will evolve. The InSight lander will delve deep beneath the Martian surface and measure seismic activity, heat flow, and magnetic pulses to obtain the planet's interior structure. Now you might be asking me if there is an earthquake on Mars. No, but there might be Marsquakes on Mars. In April 2019, the seismometer of the lander detected first Marsquake. Even though vibrations were faint, the scientists know that it's not due to the surface's wind. Mars Q1 was a successful flyby mission that consisted of tiny cube-shaped satellites. These satellites gave real-time communication during InSight lander's entry into the Mars atmosphere and its landing on the surface. Although CubeSats are usually used in Earth's orbit, it was the first time scientists were using these lightweight spacecraft for an interplanetary mission. Let's hear a fun fact. The two CubeSats in the Mars mission were technically called Marco A and Marco B and nicknamed as Wall-E and Eve, a reference to the Pixar movie Wall-E. You are not supposed to take a selfie at work. But before we go to the next part, here is the InSight lander's selfie at work. Amidst all the chaos in 2020, there is a light of hope for astronomers. NASA launched a new Mars rover mission called Mars 2020 in July. It is expected that the Mars rover Perseverance will land on Mars in February 2021. The rover's primary goal is to investigate any signs of life in the past. It will also study Mars climate to verify if it is efficient to support a habitable environment for microbial life. Rover will also collect the samples of rock and soil for the possible return to Earth. As a fourth goal, Perseverance will try to use its technology to produce consumable oxygen from Mars' natural resources, which will help us in the future human exploration on Mars. Here is the second fun fact. Do you know that the names of Mars rovers are selected by school children? The name Perseverance was submitted by a 12-year-old student from Virginia, United States. Kids choosing the rover name is a NASA tradition, and previous rovers like Curiosity, Spirit, Opportunity, and Sojourner followed the same. Along with Perseverance, NASA also sent a helicopter drone to Mars. The helicopter called Ingenuity will escort Perseverance in its missions while giving an optimized travel route with fewer obstacles. If it becomes successful, it will be the first aircraft on a planet other than Earth. And in future, we can expect more aircraft for exploration, which provides much clearer images of challenging terrains. The obvious question you might be having is what's so unique about Ingenuity, as you have seen similar drones over Toronto sky. Mars has a thin atmosphere and it isn't easy to get enough lift for flying. Therefore, the Ingenuity helicopter has to be lightweight and rotor blades should spin much faster than typical aircraft on Earth. Also, it should withstand intensely cold nights in Mars, approximately minus 90 degrees Celsius. Here comes the third fun fact. There is a metal plate with staff and a serpent symbol installed on the Perseverance rover to honor the health workers worldwide working tirelessly during the pandemic. That is also a display of perseverance, right? One excellent question you want to ask me will be why Mars missions are launched only by an interval of 2 years. It's because of the synodic period of Mars. It's not 2 years but 70 days. A synodic period is a time interval in which a planet occupies the same position relative to Sun as seen from Earth. So it helps the scientists to plan the launch timing such that the spacecraft needs only minimum energy and shorter distance to reach Mars. Apart from NASA, the United Arab Emirates and China also send their Mars missions in the current launch window. It will be 2035 when Mars comes this much closer to us after this week. We can hope that there will be many breakthroughs in Mars exploration before that. Water is another thing we are excited about Mars. It is widely accepted that Mars had water in the ancient past. Hydrated mineral valleys in the Mars justify that. Last month, we also confirmed the existence of large salt lakes beneath ice in Mars' south pole. But still, we will need more concrete evidence to find out the correlation between the water and the possibility of life. Until then, I will have to wait to know how my imaginary pen pal will look like. Final fun fact of the day. Do you know that scientists follow several safety procedures before the mission launch to avoid the harmful contamination of planets that can obstruct its natural evolution? Two of them are heating the hardware that we are sending to Mars up to 110 degrees Celsius and wiping them with an alcohol solution. See, hand sanitizer helps. Stay safe. Thank you and clear skies.